Hello there gang, DD here with a past blast, playing a little bit of Beyond Good and Evil, developed and published by Ubisoft way back in 2003. So option-wise in-game, very limited. There is an external launcher for your graphic settings, resolutions, etc, as well as key bindings. So what I should do is I shall load a game to skip most of the rather long intro, most of which acts as a tutorial. So it's a third-person action adventure with some combat and some stealth and all sorts of goodies like that. Let's have a quick, before we get started, a quick scan around, because this was of course originally developed for the consoles and sort of back-ported to the PC. And it sort of shows a lot of the map areas can be quite small. At least their loads are pretty fast. So this is Jade as our main character, obviously, here. And this is our orphanage. And we're also a freelance reporter. And we need to make money, which we do by photographing things.
Superb specimen. I'll file it.
I think I've got all of these. Controls aren't too bad. Obviously graphics definitely kind of show their age a bit. And it's a very stylized art style anyway, the cartoony cell shading. So let's get the game proper started. So we need to get a job, which at the moment we've only got this one.
Hello, miss. I've been commissioned by Mr. de Castellac. This war is a catastrophe for us all. Mr. de Castellac would like to entrust a very delicate mission to you. If you accept, please make your way as soon as possible to the ancient mine on Black Isle, located on the other side of town. Having completely understood the enormous risks involved, Mr. de Castellac plans to reward you generously. See you soon.
You know this de Castellac guy?
Huh? Can't go there, Jade. Smells like a trap. It's too dangerous.
Are you loco? We need some dinero to protect us from those stinking duns.
Don't you worry, Paige. Everything will be fine. If you want, I'll go alone.
No, it's just, okay, we'll go together. But I'm sticking to you like bees on honey, whether you like it or not. Segundo, check over this computer and download a complete version of your OS. You'll be able to take a look at it, Jade. As for me, I'll try to get that stupid hovercraft up and running. I'm here, otherwise this whole place will fall apart.
So Secundu is our computer.
Okay, it's working. We are once again connected with El Mundo Exterior.
So the UIs, it does show its kind of console origins. It's a bit bizarre. Loading, quitting games is all here. But you get used to it as well as your inventory. Talking of which, where's those? I've got a few bits I need to pick up before we get started. Ah, here they are.
Okay, digitalization.
A boost capsule. And these are more important. Repair capsules.
Parfait.
And we need to get our battery over there to charge our hovercraft.
Good Lord, you'll bust a gut.
Jade Reporting and Company needs to fill its piggy banks.
So now we have transport.
Okay, let's go.
I guess we'd better head straight for the Malago garage.
Oh boy. Mr. Hovercraft ain't doing too good.
So this is the planet Hillis.
Gotta hold on till we get to Mamago's.
also have a first-person view, as well as your third person. Oh, and some guns.
Well, that's it. Finito. Dead.
Ah, stupid tugboat! And the garage is only 300 meters away.
Mama go garage, you know. When your mama won't go, you know. The mama go garage. And so, hey man, what seems to be the problem? I'll go ahead and tow you to the mama go garage. Mama go.
Hey, it works!
Yeah, works to sucker in the client, all right.
Which is kind of odd because you said we wanted to go here. So make your mind up.
Gotta get out of this tuna can, Jade!
Yep, it's starting to smell like smoked bacon in here.
Oh, that's a chance for some cash and photography.
It's going very well. Good hunting.
So yes, all the characters are animals, people, sort of thing. Oh, and pearls. You collect pearls throughout the game. Which is where we come to get upgrades for our craft. And what we want is this one. For now. It's the only one we can afford.
Issa, got a speedcraft motor here to get up. A speedcraft motor. No problem.
So now we've upgraded our ride.
Good work.
Well, as we can't afford anything else, we might as well get weaving. And on with the adventure to Black Isle.
The radios say they're gonna be another attack. Don't get caught off guard.
And that attack might be about now, I'm going to guess.
The Doms! They're attacking!
He's shooting at the fisherman, Jade!
Oops, I want to hit those mines if I can avoid it. So the Doms are an alien invading race. And the Alpha section is supposed to be here to beat them.
I won't let it out of my sight.
And we get we're getting involved through this Mr. de Castellac mission, of course.
Hey, we won't stop wiggling around.
Of course we won't stop wriggling around.
Don't let him get away, Jade!
Doing my best.
Stick to him like glue! Watch out!
Luckily we got those repair tokens earlier on to fix any damage we might sustain to the craft. Well, he should be nearly dead now. There we go. So that's the vehicular combat, or at least at low level.
A new pearl.
We'll take it with us. I'm sure it'll come in handy in case we have to go back to those crooks at Mamago Garage.
Now we need to just carry on with the mission. So it's quite a novel little transport craft.
Jade, a school of blue scorpion fish. Bet
Where?
you
Where?
that'd interest the science center.
No, bad framing. Ah, I think we got him. Yes.
From the same family as the scorpion fish. Very difficult to photograph. Okay, your roll of film is finished. Bravo, Jade. I'll send you the zoom. And I'll recharge your film.
So now we get a little more cash. We've now got a more powerful camera. So which way was it going? Ah, over there. Camera's went a bit wonky for a second there. Not sure why. It doesn't. It's normally pretty good, the controls.
Southgate, straight ahead.
Hey, it's burning over there. The Doms meteors cut through the shields.
We gotta be super careful, Jade.
So yes, it's a story of intrigue and betrayal and aliens and and so forth and so on.
Oh, Captain. Black Isle dead ahead.
This is the more puzzle action side of the game, which we should have a quick look at here. Once we've seen the cutscene, of course.
Hello, Miss Jade. My employer, Mr. de Castellac, like all the inhabitants of Hillis, wish to see an end to this war. The Alpha sections claim to be pushing back the Doms, but they're hiding the truth from us. The Dom's monsters have already invaded every corner of our planet. 2 specimens have been spotted at the bottom of this mine shaft. If we don't warn the population, their numbers will increase radically. Mr. de Castellac is prepared to pay a very high price to be able to defuse a picture of a pair of these monsters. This is a very risky mission, and you're free to refuse.
Well, Doms aren't exactly our best friends. Tell your boss he'll have his picture.
There's a save slot if you want it. So it is done by in-game saves, but luckily the checkpoints are fairly well.
And don't forget, Mr. de Castellac wants the male and female on the same picture.
They're fairly well distributed throughout the games. So here's sort of more of the puzzle type elements of it. Oops.
Okay.
So you control him to do things. You can also put stuff into his inventory as well as your own. How do we get back up there? Because there's something up there I want. We must come here from another angle. Ah, this could quite be it. I've got photographs of you chappies. Oh, no, we haven't.
Thanks again, Jade.
I don't want to take all these photographs. I'm not. Already played it. Oh, another booster. Oh, some food for my energy. I don't think we can get through that bit yet.
No good.
Come on out the way, pork chops. Or chubby chops, whichever. Both are quite fitting for Paige, I suppose. So we might, so I'm going to guess, yeah, we need something else, then we come back this way.
We'll find him his earthworms.
At least the actual missions areas are a little bit bigger.
Jade, come on over here, will you? I gotta tell you something. Now may be a good time to show you my latest invention. 2 years of work under the utmost secrecy. The outcome of a life's work. My little marvels, the jet boots. They run on homemade biocarburet. Here's the pocket of pressurized methane. And here, in the soles, are the 2 turbo reactors. All you have to do to fire them up is contract your abdominal muscles. It's the transportation of the future. I'm waiting.
And get launched.
Hey, what the? And there you have it.
Cool.
So Miles' humour as well.
If you want another demonstration, just let me know.
Wow, why were you hiding that from me? Ha!
Oh, I still had a few bugs to work out.
Don't change.
We'll let them worry about that later. So it's not the most taxing puzzles, it's generally this kind of thing throughout the game.
Nice one, Jade. Hey, Jade, there's the map. Take a picture. Perfect time to try out your scanalyzer.
And that's how you get your maps of the areas. So anytime you need to go into combat, it does it automatically.
Now,
See that? Your jet boots attack makes them come out of their holes.
yep.
Be careful with those mutant and...
Yeah, we'll worry about that later on. So, a final form of currency there.
Una materia crystal. I will transfer it to the suite to the bank. They pay mucho units for each crystal. Bravo.
So yeah, the actual combat itself is a little bit limited. Very basic sort of beat 'em up
Hey,
style.
Jade, come look at this.
You come look at this.
We're gonna need some tools if we plan on getting through there.
We're in an ancient mine. There's gotta be some kind of tool shed or something.
So again, I don't know why I keep collecting all this. I just can't help myself when I see stuff that needs to be collected.
Hammer time! Let's go!
That's better. Just my timing cue there. Finally, the cart.
Jet boots attack!
So the game certainly has quite a cult following. And yeah, it's not without its charms, in all honesty. It tries to do a fair bit with the puzzling, the stealth, the action. The semi-open world, it's definitely not an open world. Oh, here's something to fight. I could try and get a photo of it, but for sakes of brevity. Did I win? Oh, it's still there. As you see, it's got its own health meter as well, so keep an eye on that.
Jacks. There'll be more nearby, Jade. They usually attack in groups of 2 or 3.
So as I was saying, the game has a lot of charms. It's a fairly well developed world. And the fact it's cheap, it's only about a £5. The only bit of a shame really is that there was a HD remake released for the consoles, but not for
Okay, let's get
not for the PC. Well, I don't think the graphics are, because they're very stylised. I don't think they're terrible graphics.
no use insisting.
It automatically jumps when you need to do jumping as well, so that at least makes things a bit easier. So yeah, it's a shame it never got the...
Sweet Jesus, jellies. Oh yeah. Ready to meet your...
Yeah, a shame the HD remake never got as far as this. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to use them as a weapon. I should really be taking photographs for all this, but whoops. Let's try it. Oops, I went off. Oh no, I was on target. But this gives you an idea, yeah, it's a very basic, just click a lot as the combat in this one. Now your right click, which was your jump, in your combat mode becomes like a dodge. It's quite bright and colourful. Oops, sorry chat. Ooh. Luckily I've got some health things there. But we'll probably get around to concluding our dealings here anyway, game. So yeah, it's sort of... You get a lot of game for your money, so it's definitely worth its cult. Oh, I didn't want to speak to him there. I want you to get onto the...
We might have overdid it a little, you think?
Huh? Now
So yeah, it's just a shame the HD remake never got it as far as the PC, but overall, yeah, it's... some people claim it's the greatest game ever. I wouldn't quite go that far, but then that's the whole point of a cult following of a game, isn't it? But yeah, you get a lot of game for your money. It breaks it up quite well with the vehicular sections, the stealthy moments, the action moments, the puzzling. The combat isn't very involved. The story is decent enough, and when it is voice acted, as you heard, it's pretty decent, and quite a decent world made up around it. So for under a £5, if it's not on a sale, even when it's not on a sale, that's pretty good value. If you're after an old easy to get into game, then this is definitely still worth a look, I reckon. So anyway, again, thanks for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you found it useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know you're alive. I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.